What is going on, folks? It's Andrew from SGF Gym here, and I'm in my nice newly built home office just now. One of the things I want to touch on is something that I wrote a blog about the other week there, and it's about our need to create. What I've seen is during this lockdown, I think a lot of us have realised we need to work. We really need to work for fulfillment. We need to work for our own sense of achievement. 25% of the UK's workforce have been furloughed, and industries have been closed down. We've been told to stay inside, and we've been told not to work, basically. I think when you were a kid or when you were younger, you always wished that there was a money tree and there was free money and you didn't have to do anything for it. I think for those who have been furloughed, you now realise, do you know something? It's not that great. As humans, we need to produce, we need to work, we need to be valued, we need to create, we need to be rewarded for our output. And for getting furloughed, for not doing anything and staying in the house, it's very unrewarding. I think the majority of people probably feel the same way. Maybe the first week or two you thought, oh, do you know something, this is actually all right. I'm getting paid, I'm getting furloughed, and I'm not having to do anything. Honest to God, I think that as humans we need to create. One of my favourite quotes is Vincent Lombardi, and I may butcher this a bit here, but it basically says that a man's finest hour is when he is lying in the field of battle, completely exhausted in accomplishment. And realistically, for me personally, I get a great sense of achievement when I go home at night knowing that I did a good day's work, knowing that I got a lot of things done, I had a good output, I made a difference, I added value, and I was part of the community and added to the world that day. That is one of my most rewarding things. And during this lockdown, I think a lot of people feel the same. I think you realise that as much as sometimes you might go to work and go, oh God, I wish I wasn't here today, or I can't wait to the clock to get to finishing time. I think when you're put in a position like this, you realise, do you know something? I would much rather be back at work. I would much rather be productive. I would much rather get things done and get that sense of achievement by being a part of the full cogs that run the world. And I can't be alone in that. I honestly can't be alone in that. Do you feel as though that's the case? Are you someone who's thinking, I can't wait to get back to work, I can't wait to get back to producing and doing things and adding value and progressing in my life? I cannot be one of the only people that thinks that. And these are just thoughts that go through my head during lockdown. It gives you an appreciation of what you actually do day to day. It gives you an appreciation of the fact that when you do work hard and you're rewarded, then you feel a sense of achievement. You feel as though you're entitled to that reward based on the fact that you have worked hard. To revert it to the basis of when you exercise a lot and when you've been dieting a lot and you get that cheat meal, it is a brilliant time. You appreciate it, you really enjoy it. But when you're not exercising, when you're not eating well and you're eating junk all the time, there's no sense of self-satisfaction. And I think during this time, when everyone's been furloughed and you've been forced to stop working, there is no sense of self-satisfaction. We need to create, we need to progress, and we need to do things as humans for that self-satisfaction. I cannot wait to get back to work. I cannot wait to get back to normality, and I cannot wait to get back to creating and producing. If you feel the same as me, let me know in the comments below. It would be good to hear your input, and I can't wait to get back to producing.